The CFA program is a three-part examination for people who work or aspire to work in the investment management industry. It is designed to help equip you with the right real-world skills in investment analysis that will help you advance your career. Being a CFA charter holder is an amazing accomplishment. It comes with a lot of hard work, and CFA charter holders are the gold standard in the field of investment management. I finished my CFA Level 1 and Level 2 exam in Feb and November of last year, and as things stand, I aim to complete my Level 3 exam in 2024 in the month of February. Although I am extremely happy with the progress I've made, there are some things that I just wish I knew before I began my journey on becoming a CFA charter holder. Hey everyone, and welcome to our latest video here on Filtercoffeefinance. Today, I'm going to talk about 5 key things that I wish that I knew before I started my CFA journey. If you're considering preparing for the CFA exams or are already on your way to becoming a CFA charter holder, this video might be an eye-opener for you. Let's get right into it. Number 1. This could probably be the first time in your life that you will be accountable for just yourself. At no point in school or even in college did I ever have to answer to just myself. Assignments were completed because I was being graded by a teacher, classes were attended because Manipal had an 80% attendance criteria, and I'd quit smoking every time I came back from college because I'd be chuckled if my parents caught me. With the CFA program, things were different. It was my choice to pursue the CFA charter. Nobody made this decision for me. When you spend your whole life answering to a higher authority, it's a really weird feeling when you become that higher authority. Looking back, this was definitely the first time in my life where I didn't have to answer to anybody else. It was really up to me whether I wanted to study or to go out and have a good time with my friends. You might not even get an experience like this from your job or career because even at your office, your boss is keeping you accountable. But when it comes to the CFA program, nobody's going to hold you accountable and make sure that you put in the hours every day. It's all you. Number 2, you will have time for nothing else. I was working full-time when I started preparing for my CFA Level 2 exam. Between work and studies, I literally had time for nothing else. Apart from my work or studies, there are 2 other areas of my life that I'm really passionate about: YouTube and fitness. Every single time that I signed up for an exam, I noticed that the next 6 months, I'd go to the gym very sporadically and almost completely stop making videos. After 9 hours of a working day, 3 hours of intense study, and the occasional workout, it was almost impossible to find the motivation to come and create content for YouTube. When you are so focused on passing these exams, they become your sole purpose and drive. Since I didn't have the time, I had to say no when my friends went out. After constantly saying no and trying to optimize my time, they understood that I wouldn't be able to come and they just stopped calling me. There was definitely a huge element of fear of missing out that I had to get over. All in all, a pretty interesting period. Number 3. Doing a master's after your CFA becomes a little harder to justify. To do a master's or not to do a master's, the eternal debate just rages on. But based on what little experience I have of the real world, the value that you get from your degree doesn't come from what you study in class. It comes from what extra work you get done outside of the classroom. With education just getting more and more expensive, the CFA program is a surprisingly affordable way to get your foot into the financial industry. Pursuing a master's degree in either finance or economics after doing a CFA is kind of redundant. Master's degree require a significant investment of time, energy, and most importantly, money. And it's tough to say whether the opportunity costs of doing such degrees will work out in the long run. An MBA can still be a valuable credential for those looking to broaden their career beyond finance. You could use it to build a deeper understanding of broader business principles and expand your professional network. I could be off about this, but there are several colleges, even in India, where doing an MBA is still worth it just because of the networking opportunities and the placement prospects that you might get. In the end though, I'm kind of torn. I'm not really sure what to say. Do you guys think that it makes sense to do a master's program after doing your CFA? Let me know in the comment section below. Number 4. Everyone thinks they know about the CFA program, but most people don't. This one's kind of funny, but nobody really knows exactly what the CFA program is. If you're talking to family members, they kind of tend to mistake the CFA program for the CA or the CPA designation. I really feel like the CFA Institute should be doing a lot more to promote the CFA program than they currently do right now. At first, I noticed that I would spend some time correcting people and explaining to them what the difference between the CFA program and being a chartered accountant was. But after a little while, I decided just not to correct them. This was quite a good decision to make. I didn't have to spend my evenings out explaining to family members what the difference between a CA and a CFA charter holder was. And most people also held me in very high regard because they thought I was an engineer who was doing his CA. Number 5. You learn how to become extremely efficient with your time. When you spend every minute of every day trying to squeeze the best out of yourself, there is not a lot of room for wasting time. Every single activity that I took, was decided based upon whether I wanted to invest my time into that activity or not. I noticed that the studying habits that I had developed stuck around even when I was not studying. Before the CFA program, I used to find it hard to focus on any task for longer than 30 minutes at a time, and getting things done was almost impossible. But now there's a sense of purpose in most things that I set out to do, and I can hold my focus on a task for longer periods. Most importantly, I tend to finish the task that I set for myself within the time frame that I decide. I don't go over anymore. All of this comes from the hundreds of hours that I spent studying for the CFA exams. I think I spent more time studying for my CFA level 1 exam than I did during the 4 years of my engineering degree. Bonus point number 6. How smart you become. This one was really unexpected, guys. But the second I started studying for the CFA program, I started feeling a weird tingle up and down my spine. I noticed that I was slowly getting more and more intelligent, and before I could tell it, I was the smartest among my friends and in my peer group. People were soon coming to me for advice in all different areas of life. During the daytime, I was counseling teenagers about how to handle their relationships. In the afternoon, I was counseling executives about how to raise their bottom line. And in the evening, I was solving complex string theory equations. But after a few years of tremendous success, I noticed that all my friends had gotten intimidated with my immense knowledge and had replaced me with someone who could play League of Legends while pitching to Sequoia Capital. Anyway, now I'm all alone sitting in a dark room recording YouTube videos. All of these things started happening when I started preparing for the CFA program. Hopefully, my life actually picks up by the time I'm ready to do CFA level 3. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel Filtercoffeefinance. I could really use some friends right now. Thanks for watching, guys, and until we meet again, this is Filtercoffeefinance signing off.